Hi everybody. Julie asked me to record a quick video about heat injury. I'm Evan Fusco. I'm a board certified emergency physician for a very long time. And I've seen and treated a lot of heat injury over the years. And given the triple digit temperatures and high triple digit heat indices that we've been seeing over the past couple of days, it's certainly worthwhile to review some key elements, particularly about prevention of heat injury in the athlete. A lot of us do love riding our bikes outside, even when it's hot out, but I think there are a few key points that are important to help prevent heat injuries and to understand about heat injury. First and foremost, being well conditioned is probably your best prevention, particularly if you've already acclimated to the heat. If you've been riding continuously day after day and week after week, as these temperatures have gradually increased, you've probably developed some tolerance to the heat. Your body's learned to adjust its metabolic processes to the temperature. You've probably learned how much water that you need to take in, and those are all things that are going to really help prevent any unexpected heat injuries. At the same time, it's not a guarantee, and there are some things that you should do even if you are well conditioned and have heat acclimated. First of all, I suggest pre-hydrating before a ride. This is something that you really can't underestimate, and I think it's particularly important in a cyclist who maybe isn't as comfortable reaching for their water bottle while you are riding. And so if you're on a relatively long ride and there aren't a lot of rest breaks and you're not really comfortable taking a hand off of the handlebars to get a drink of water, you may not maintain your hydration as well as you probably should. Generally, you want to start that process 4 to 6 hours before you ride. Make sure you're going to the bathroom frequently before it's time for your bike ride, and that will go a long way towards kind of prophylacting you against dehydration. Secondly, during your ride, you want to continue to hydrate. Ask your ride leader to stop and take more frequent breaks if you seem like they're pushing a little bit too hard. I think the recommendation is about 6 mLs per kilogram every 2 to 3 hours of water. Obviously, that's variable by individual and by the temperature outside and how hard you're riding, but that equates to roughly a half a liter or 500 mLs of water every 2 hours. And that's going to be one large water bottle full approximately on average. So if you're going out for a 3-hour ride, you need a minimum of 2 large water bottles with you. You might even want to consider bringing a Camelback if it's going to be a significantly longer ride, something that can hold a larger quantity of water and also is more accessible. If you've got that tube right there next to you, you're more likely to continuously drink water during the course of that ride. Other risk factors, there are certain medications, and it's something you should talk to your doctor about if you do take quite a few medications, particularly heart medications, and sometimes certain pain and neurologic medications can lower your tolerance to heat. Also, people that are larger, whether that's obesity or just being a Bob Collier-sized individual, the more mass that you have, whether it be muscle or fat or anything, it's going to make you more prone to injury. You're going to generate more heat and you're going to be less efficient getting rid of that heat. And then finally, recognizing some of the early signs of heat exhaustion and things that you should not be pushing yourself through. Typically, what you can expect is some lightheadedness, maybe some unexpected exhaustion. Maybe you're on a ride that you've done dozens of times before, but for some reason you're halfway through it and you just feel like your heart rate's going higher than usual. You just don't have the energy and strength that you usually do. Those are some early signs, usually of dehydration and early heat injury as well. A lot of misconceptions. Don't wait till you stop sweating. That's kind of a myth. Shivering. There are a lot of myths out there about heat injury. For the most part, if you notice something that's just not quite right about yourself during a ride, there's probably something going on. And don't be afraid to ask your ride leader to take a break, and don't be afraid to take a break if you're on a solo ride. Find a nice tree. You don't get any bonus points for pushing through a heat injury and putting yourself in the hospital. That's certainly no fun, and having an IV and cooling packs and things like that are no good. If you do have someone on your ride that does appear to be having a heat injury, Don't be afraid to cool them down. If you have extra water, use it to put it on their heads, get their helmet off, get any excess clothing off that they are comfortable removing, water them down. If you can get your hands on some ice, put ice packs in the axilla and in the groin and down the back, places like that will help facilitate cooling. You can even put it on the top of the head or inside the helmet if you like. But don't resume the ride until you're 100% sure that their heart rate has returned to normal, that they're feeling better, not lightheaded or anything. If you have any concerns, be firm, call 911 or call for a SAG ride to come pick them up. Hopefully that helps. It's a little bit longer than the 2 minutes Julia asked for, but I hope everyone enjoys that.